it out. This is a test, this is a test, this is a test, test. We're testing it out to see if the picture holds up. This is a test, yeah, this is a test, this is a test, this is a test, test. We're testing it out. Check. Check 1 2 check a 1 2 and a test 1 2 checky and a checky and a check 1 2 1 2 1 2 check and a checky and a check 1 2 1 2 1 2 testing it out, yeah. We're hey, C. Martin, there she is. Check and a checky check. Welcome, everybody. We got a random show springing at you to test out, to see if we can resolve our pesky problem. If you watch the Live Free Now show, I got a little calic action back here. If you check out the Live Free Now show, you may be aware that from time to time, like every single time now, the picture quality goes bad. And my guest, even if they're tuning in from the middle of nowhere, Australia, they always have such a great picture quality. And then my picture quality is dog shit. Pardon my French. So I'm trying to use a different browser. Instead of Brave browser, we're using Firefox. I will say, however, this is a problem that I've had for quite some time using StreamYard, going back years and years and years on different computers. Maybe I was always using Brave, though. Anyway, the quality looks great. The challenge, though, with this test is oftentimes the quality looks good in the beginning. Then it gets poor about 20 minutes in. So we're going to keep this test going for a little while. I may step away from here and come back. So things are looking good so far, though. And the challenge, too, is it always looks crystal clear on the StreamYard screen, like where the StreamYard studio is. And then on the YouTube picture, it's all jacked up. You know, it actually doesn't look optimal, even though, because I'm looking at 720p. Let's hit 1080p. Let me see what that looks like live streaming. Should be outputting 1080p. A lot of times people can't really tell and don't care, but I care. I care a lot. I like the highest quality production we can have. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Oh, well, hello, beautiful American lady. Rose hippie guy. Hey, you have a beautiful American lady in your audience. Are you the beautiful American lady, Rose hippie guy? I hope you're not confused about your gender there, Rose hippie guy, being a beautiful American lady. But maybe it's somebody else's account. Lily, not me. Oh, Lily of the Mountain. Ah, yes, Lily of the Mountain. A beautiful American lady. Okay. We appreciate beautiful American ladies. We appreciate all things that are beautiful. In fact, all things are beautiful. You can find beauty in just about everything, even adversity. Even the things that are seemingly ugly can be beautiful. And now, welcome to John's Philosophical Musings. Today we're speaking about the inner beauty we can find in all things, including those things which bring us pain. Because in the end, pain is but a portal into our true self, enabling us to know who we really are beneath the surface, beyond the veil, through the illusion, past the mirror image that we see, our true authentic self, which in all honesty terrifies the shit out of most people. But I've learned to embrace it. We got the Brits in the house. We got the Americans in the house. We're having a regular old throwdown here. So far, things are holding up great. The reason why I'm testing today is because I'm trying to get bigger and bigger guests on the Live Free Now show. I'm trying to grow the show because it's something that I really enjoy doing. And in spite Lily and Rose and good old C. Martin, a.k.a. Catherine Martin, a.k.a. Superfan, I'm not satisfied with the amount of viewership we're getting. So I'm trying to up the production quality. I'm not sure that makes a huge difference, but it matters to me. Find greater guests to have. And tonight we are going to be joined by the one and only James Corbett of the Corbett Report. Really big fan of Mr. Corbett. I just shared the link there. If you guys want to go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell notification. We go live at 6 p.m. Central. And so I did an interview with the one and only Tom Barnett about natural law, and that went really well. And it ended up having like 1,600 views. A lot of people appreciated it. But my quality was all jacked up the whole time. So this Corbett interview is going to be another big interview, 1.7 thousand. And I definitely want to remedy this issue because I got this nice high quality production studio set up, and then it outputs crap picture. Here, I'll show you what I'm dealing with here. Can you believe what I'm dealing with here with this crappy picture? Select screen. I got to pick which one here. This. So, see how my picture's all grayed out? It's not good. And his is all crystal clear. It's not a good look. But so far, so good. So maybe it was just the browser this whole time. I just had to take the time to remedy it and test. I'm feeling pretty good about that. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just joining us, this is a test broadcast. We have a big interview coming up with the one and only James Corbett of the Corbett Report. I hope you'll join us. It's going live at 6 p.m. Central. Today's October 28th, 2025. 6 p.m. Central, the Live Free Now show will broadcast a special evening edition of the program because we're going to be joined by James Corbett, who's coming from Tokyo, Japan. I've been to Japan myself when I was younger. It was a pretty cool experience. I must have been 7 or something. I have faint memories of Mount Fiji, huge ocean waves crashing into this cool town we stayed in. But Catherine, no, I haven't interviewed Scott Horton ever. But we're buddies, maybe associates. I'd call him a friend. We know each other. He's actually here in town. Let's take action on that right now. Tony Robbins teaches us when you have a plan or a goal, you take the first action step. So I'm right now going to message Tom Woods. Hey, Tom, can you connect me with the great Scott Horton? I'd like to interview him on my show. There you go. Thanks, Catherine. How about that? You know, the funny thing about Horton, and if I do get an interview with him, which I think he'd be down, it'd be great for him to come out here because he's in Central Texas. I used to not be fond of Scott Horton back in the day because I was such a militant 9/11 truther. And even though he's so well researched on everything and like, oh my God, he's well researched. He's one of the most well researched, if not the most well researched when it comes to neoconservatism and all these stupid regime change wars. Anyway, not only was he not a 9/11 truther, but he would poke at the 9/11 truthers. I didn't like that. I don't know if he was even aware of that. I brought it up to him once or twice in passing many, many years ago. But if he came on the show, I would definitely want to bring that up. That'd be great. Because that's a huge catalyst. In fact, the Rebuilding America's Defenses strategic report from the Project for a New American Citizen in September of 2000 said, absent some catastrophic and cataclysmic event, all of these policy changes we desire, fighting a war on multiple fronts, what else? It was all the neocon policies, preemptive strikes. We're not going to be able to pull off this big policy change in the Department of Defense if there's not some cataclysmic and catastrophic event. That was September 2000. September 2001, 9/11. So, oh, there's old Woods. Tom has been helping Horton build out a online membership that's launching soon. So that's pretty cool. Because I don't think Horton had any type of little online business type vibe. So, and people love Horton. Well, the stream is holding up. I believe this test was a success. I don't know that I'll wait around to test it for a substantially long time. I do appreciate those of you joining to watch. Hey, I'd love y'all's feedback too. We were going to contract with this guy that helps grow your YouTube channel. And one of the things he was saying is that the live streams aren't where it's at. That I do is like you emulate success. It's something anyone can do. You know, you're in a given industry or there's some goal you have, you find people that have accomplished that goal. You find people that have come before you and done well. So, you know, like if you're struggling financially, find people that are doing well financially. Ideally, somebody in your world, somebody you know, a family member, an associate, your boss or whatever. And you're just like, hey, I want to learn from you. And then you emulate what they're doing. That's the Tony Robbins framework. Just find successful people and do what they're doing. So I noticed most of all the successful podcasts, like the big ones, the Joe Rogans, even Alex Zek for Our Freedom World, his podcast is huge. They all do pre-recorded interviews in person, long form, 2 hours or so. And then it gets edited and chopped up after the fact. So I like doing things live, but maybe live is hurting the reach. But I really enjoy the live atmosphere. I got my start in media back in 2005. It must have been doing live pirate radio. This must have even been before YouTube was even a thing, or at least a thing everybody was doing. And we didn't have a video component. We just broadcast to the internet or to the radio, 90.1 FM. So let me know what you guys think about the lives, because the live's cool. There's comments, there's chats going on, Q&A. Plus, also as a busy, productive guy, like it's just a one and done. Like sit down, record, you do it live, and then the recording's there, and then boom, you're good to go. So maybe I'll just stick with that. I might add a second day too. Here's a little insider tip for folks that we haven't announced yet. Ryan Manitti's coming back onto the team here at Live Free Academy, which is great. And so he's really good at sales and finding sponsors. And so I want to do more of the show, but as an entrepreneur, here's another great tip as well. We're just dropping some tips and wisdom. That's all I do is really teach myself and teach others, teach my kids too. They're more receptive to old dad's wisdom. Even though they give me a hard time. Well, thanks, Catherine. Catherine's a super fan. You're always live, and I always appreciate seeing you there. So, Rose, hippie guy, if you want to remain honest, steadfast, authentic, and have a dislike for censorship, you'll never gain reach for an income via community tube. You know, YouTube doesn't censor as much anymore. And my thing too is like a lot of people in our movement are like, I'm being shadow banned. I'm being shadow banned. And it's like, okay, you might be being shadow banned, but you also might just not have the best content. And that's something I'm always like, okay, well, how can I make the content better? So even if I did add a Rumble channel, which I already have, I just don't ever publish things there. If I need to like build a team that does all that stuff for me. But even if I did have a Rumble channel, I would still broadcast here to YouTube. That's where most people are at. And you get the program on your computer or your TV. People can watch on their TV. But lost my train of thought. So, as entrepreneurs, money often is a good indicator of where you should be spending your time. What's producing money? It's a form of measuring value, like it or not. I happen to like it. So if I want to add another day to the show, but I need that time that I put into preparing, which I don't prep much, but booking guests and then sitting down for at least an hour to do the show. Plus, it takes it out of me a little bit when I speak for an hour or an hour and a half straight. Even when I have a guest, it's like a high mental bandwidth use, especially if I do a 3-hour webinar. I'm kind of wiped afterwards and my productivity's... So if I was to do another day, I would have Ryan find more sponsors. So then it's like, oh, well, there's money flowing in. There's value being generated. I'm going to put more time into making this a greater thing. But I like the live vibe. I'm a live guy. I don't know if Ryan's going to come back on the show. Maybe we could do the conspiracy corner here every once in a while. The conspiracy corner. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, this test has gone well. It turns out it might have just been brave the whole time. And I have a accelerator membership masterclass coming up in just 10 minutes with the one, the only River and Amani. It's our land and community masterclass. Excited to be delivering it. And so I'm going to go ahead and sign off. This has been a test. This has been a test of and Rose, that's a great comment too. Rose says, carry on regardless, quality over quantity, and build your core audience, which can take years, but community is everything. I'm totally hip on that quality over quantity thing. We got quality people like the one and only C. Martin and all of you lovely folks that are tuning in here for the test. And it's the right people that make a difference, people that are like into the message. And it's not a message for everybody, because the way that I promote it and speak it, it's like you got to do work. We're not just here to flap our lips and explore the conspiracies. Let's all learn about conspiracies all day. That's really going to help us. It is kind of entertaining and like a good hobby, in my opinion. But no, we're here to take action. We're here to build a new world. We're here to push beyond our comfort zone. We're here to make change in this world, and starting with change in our lives. And for some people, that's not very appealing. They're like, wait a second, you mean I got to do work? Oh, I thought I could just complain about the New World Order and annoy my family members, and that's going to change everything. No, my friends, that ain't changing nothing. Except you won't get invited to the family dinner next time. All right, anyway, thanks so much for joining this live stream test. It's been real. I'll probably just keep this up on the YouTube channel because I had fun. Hope you had fun too. Remember, 6 o'clock tonight, 6 o'clock Central, James Corbett of the Corbett Report live on the Live Free Now show, special evening edition. Until then, my friends, we'll see you there. Peace. Bye. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification. Bing, 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 bing. That'll probably make a huge difference if I really just amp that up. And like maybe 3 times during the show. Hey, if you're just joining us, this is the Live Free Now show, bringing you the news, views, tips, and tools you can use to live free, prosperous, and healthy life. We're trying to grow the channel so we can reach more people. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and the bell notification so you can be alerted when we go live. I'd greatly appreciate you taking part in doing that to help us spread this message of freedom and action. All right, let's get back to the interview. That's what we'll do. I might need to use a sticky note reminder, like this sticky note reminder right here on my monitor. Energy, speed. This is for webinars because sometimes I just go on side quests on the webinars. And I'll fill you on a little inside baseball. Should I? All right, I'll fill you on an inside baseball. I also have a sticker for trial closes. Trial closes are when you get people nodding their head and to say yes, so that when you make an offer, they're already in the yes mentality. And you say stuff like, is this making sense to you guys? Can you imagine if this happened to you? Wouldn't that change things greatly for you? Let me know if y'all are tracking along. Wouldn't you like to opt out of the CBDC system? You do that kind of thing. So yes, I study marketing and sales and persuasion. And one of these days, we're going to start a little side business or have it under the Live Free Academy umbrella where we're going to help freedom people to launch offers and to market their stuff, because we've gotten good at it, and it's something that I enjoy and I'm passionate about as well. And a lot of people are struggling financially, and it's really people just haven't learned how to make a good offer, how to market that offer, and then how to sell that to someone, whether it's a one-on-one environment or a one-on-one sales presentation, one-to-many, as it's called. All right, folks, thanks so much for joining me. Until next time, peace and freedom. Hope to see you tonight at 6 o'clock. Hit that bell notification, hit the subscribe notification, like this video so we can get it out to more people.